So today, not today actually, it was a long time ago actually, I decided to have this very spiffy and fancy battle with my friend Sir Lavaugn because he had a new team, I had some new things to try out, and we decided to have a friendly little brawl together. So I should drop this voice because I'm actually making it more embarrassing for me. Welcome back to another Pokemon X Y Wi-Fi battle. My main reason why I was away for such a long time is because I was preparing, I was actually breeding. The fact that my Pokemon at daycare were getting laid more than I was is somewhat embarrassing, but it's because I'm taking place in this tournament and I really wanted to test some teams out, some Pokemon out, and that's why I was, kind of absent. So I did manage to get a few battles in, and this one was against Lavaugn. Classically, he's one of my favorite opponents, and I enjoy playing against him. So we both lead off with our Ninja Frogs because we can actually. They're decently fast and decently powerful, and with Protean we can actually we can pick stuff up, man. Pick stuff off. What the hell am I talking about? So that was my Facebook, not yours, if you're wondering. He switches into the Psychic type because of that stupid extrasensory, and he has to get his switch out into something, and he switches into this son of a gun. And I'm like, man, too bad. So, thing is, like, I hate Gyarados and Scizor, so I'm like, Nintendo, please do something about that. And they're like, okay, bro, don't worry. So 6th Gen comes out, and I'm like, did you do something about it? And he's like, yes, bro, I did. And I'm like, what did you do? I gave them Mega Evolutions. And I'm like, oh, fuck this, man. So, I hate dealing with this thing. Mega Gyarados is a pain in the fucking split. So, I know that he won't die to a Dark Pulse because he's now part Dark. Not Flying, Dark. So, fuck this shit. I do not know what I'm gonna, what to do. Nothing. So I'm like, this thing is gonna be faster than me, and I do not want to deal with a Gyarados. For the love of God, George, turn your Facebook off. So, what can deal with a Mega Gyarados? It is my Mega Wall, which is my Skarmory. But the thing is that I didn't quite think this through because it kind of broke my Sturdy, and two things that should never break is Sturdy and condoms. But what the hell am I talking about? So yeah, be safe and all that stuff. And one thing that should break is a substitute. I'm spoiling things, but oh well. So he goes for another waterfall, and I'm hoping that he would get effect Spore Hacks, but I took that really nicely. So at this turn, Lavaugn makes a very bad prediction. He thought that I would have gone for Protect just to get some health back, and I went straight for the Giga Drain. And the good thing is that you're not Flying type anymore, so I will kill you with a Giga Drain. So I get some health back, I don't have to Protect, and I kill the Mega that just Dragon Dance. So that is one huge threat out of the way, and that is good to see. It's always good to see when, your opponent's Pokemon just dies. I mean, it's pleasant, and it's kind of sickening at the same time. I mean, if my parents heard me being happy about someone dying, it would be like, what the hell? So, remember what I told you about earlier? Things that shouldn't break is Sturdy and condoms. Things that should break is Substitute, especially when your opponent sets up all over your face, just like this Aurorus does. Now, I don't remember what I quite did here, so there was nothing I could do with my 1-up, so the only thing that could actually break the Substitute was a Skarmory that I had in reserve, and he had a Calm Mind set up, and I'm like, okay, this is very bad news. So I really have to get rid of this Aurorus actually, because it's evolved. I forgot it evolved. So the thing is that I really am concerned about this thing right now. So I go for the Roost, predicting the Ice move because I know I'm faster and I wanted to negate my my Flying type. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the brilliance of Aurorus, therefore Lavaughn's brilliance. So, Tri-Attack with the Refrigerator ability gets boosted because it's a normal type move, and it gets turned into Ice type, which is fucking amazing. Bravo, my friend. I really like the strategy that you had going there. So, I screwed up, I got burnt, and I'm like, this Substitute will never break. So, good thing is I pack Steel Wing as opposed to Fly. And I know I can break that Substitute, no crit needed, and I actually got the critical hit, but it doesn't matter because it is quad weak to Steel type. So he goes for another Calm Mind, and I'm like, okay, the only way for me to get rid of this thing is via poisoning, because I know I cannot take a I cannot take the risk of him subbing again, because I know I won't kill him, especially now that I'm burnt. So Auroras is slower than me, which is the good thing. So if I manage to get the toxic off, which thankfully I do, it will die. You know, he can sub, he can calm mine all day long, but his time is starting to tick, man. There's nothing he can do, so at least he's in a substitute. I can sacrifice my Skarmory, but the fact that I'm burnt and that I am at so little HP is bad, because I mean, there's a Garchomp out there, what else does he have? I don't remember. So he has a Garchomp in there, and I really wanted that thing to wall shit and whatnot, so I go for the Steel Wing just to break the substitute, because there's nothing left my Skarmory can do around here. So best thing I can do is rake it, so that my bros don't have to deal with it. And I'm gonna bring in someone that can actually deal with this stuff. So Skarmory dies from the tri-attack, and that's bad because I'm out of a physical ball. So Aurorus is out there, you know, like, he's just healthy. Not actually healthy, he's poisoned, but he's like almost at full HP, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So the stupidest part that would cost me the battle was this. I went for a power-up punch with my bridge just to get an attack boost, because I was definite that I could finish that Aurora's off, and I screwed up here. That cost me my physical attacker, and I'm out. I actually have no physical attacker, I have no Spartan, nothing whatsoever. So this is it. I'm screwed, ladies and gentlemen. This is horrible, actually. I'm screwed, completely screwed over. So Auroras will die to poison next turn, so the opportunity here to set up a Quiver Dance is great. So I do go for the Quiver Dance, and he will go for another tri-attack. I mean, there's nothing else he can do to me unless he packs Ancient Power like Connor did, but he won't. So he goes for the tri-attack, and hopefully does not get any hacks, you know, like paralysis. And that is always good to see, because I know this thing will die now. So I'm at +1 speed and +1 special attack, and I'm ready to go and set stuff, you know, sweep and kill stuff. So I'm like, this is all good, right? This is great. I mean, I can start killing stuff, and I'm like, ha! Garchomp, what can that Garchomp do? I mean, what? It outsped me at +1. This thing is a Scarfer, and I'm like, I'm super fucked, because I'm out of I'm out. No special attacker, no physical attacker. Gengar is my Mega Evolution, but I won't go for the Mega, because in case he locks himself into Earthquake, I want to maintain that Levitate as opposed to the Shadow Ball, the Shadow Tag, sorry. So I predicted switching to Greninja. That's why I went for the Thunderbolt, because he had to switch out. So I'm like, okay, switch Gengar out because he might do something nasty to it, and the only thing that I can tank stuff is with this. So he goes for the Thunder Wave. Not that it matters, because this thing is dirt slow anyway. So yeah, that was a very horrible move. I mean, the one horrible move after the other, ladies and gentlemen. So he goes for a Thunderbolt, maybe predicting my switch into Greninja. I don't know, because the only things I have left is this Mushroom thing. My Gengar and my what do you call it? My Greninja. So he has like a few healthy Pokemon. He's got like what, 4 or 5 healthy Pokemon, and I'm like down to these last 3. So I'm still gonna try and hang in there as much as I can. And I have to face Parahax, which actually hits me in the face, and Eerie Impulse, a great move. A great selection for your Heliolisk, actually, because it's like a mental it's like a special edition of the Will-O-Wisp, only that it doesn't do residual damage, but it does manage to get you at -2, and it got me at -4. So going for a Giga Drain would be a waste of power points, and it would do nothing to Heliolisk. So I switch out the moment that he decides to go for his Greninja. So I'm like, I really have to hurt that thing. So I switch out to my Greninja, hoping to actually outspeed him. So I'm like, the only thing I can do here, ladies and gentlemen, if I go for the Scald and get lucky and get a burn on this thing. So Greninja gets the Scald, and I get the burn, which is great. I was actually lucky. And he goes for the Ice Beam, maybe predicting me to go for a Dark Pulse or something, but I did not risk the flinch hacks, so I decided to go for the burn hacks instead, which I had a hunch that it would work, and it actually did, so that's good. I switch out my Greninja because I do not want to deal with this thing, so I send out my 1-up because I'm taking a terrible risk here. I want to tank a few hits and stuff, so I don't know why I actually switched into this because, I needed him around because he was the fastest Pokemon I had in this team. So, 1-up, he switches out his Greninja too. So, the only thing that I can do is hit him with a Giga Drain. So, it's a clear 2-hit KO, so I do not need to get any health back because I'm at max HP, sorry for that. And I go for yet another Giga Drain, which will finish this Heliolisk off, which is great because it was a great threat, it was all fast and stuff. And out comes Scarf Chomp, which I do not want to be dealing with. And he goes for a Sandstorm, so he can rely on the fact that he has a Greninja left, and he has a Primeape, and he has this thing, so I'm Parahaxed again, and I cannot Spore him. Quick fact about Sleep Claws, actually a question. If I put a Pokemon to sleep, kill it, and then put another one to sleep, is that breaking the Sleep Clause? Post your answer below in the comment section. So I go for the Giga Drain, predicting that he had to switch out, and the best choice that he had was to go for a switch into Greninja. Even if Primeape came in, I'm pretty sure it would have taken a lot of damage. So I also managed to kill Greninja, which is great news. So all he's left with is a Garchomp and a whatchamacallit. So I go for the Spore again, and I cannot break this thing. I cannot, I just can't cut it. So it goes for the Iron Head, which is a very good move for the Scarf Garchomp because there are a lot of fairy types out there, so it actually destroys fairy types, and it also gives you the advantage of flinching. So I went for the Protect here just to stall out the turn of Sandstorm, and this is like maybe last turn. And here I get kind of unlucky because I do not get Parahax, but I go for the... Oh no, he goes first of all for the Iron Head because he is Scarfed. I go for the Spore, I miss because of Sandveil Hacks. And then the Sandstorm decides to stop. I'm like, my luck is so rotten right now, but I know that all he has left is his Garchomp and his Primeape left. So, good thing is that I went for the Giga Drain because I knew that he had to switch because Iron Head wasn't cutting it. So I managed to get a bit of health back, which is great news, and I wear this Primeape down just a little longer. And the only thing that Primeape can use, I actually wall this thing as well because I'm part poisoned as well, and fighting types won't do much good. So I know I can take an attack from this thing and actually outspeed it, and he decides to go for the fighting type move, which I was actually secretly hoping he would go for, and I finished it off with a Sludge Bomb, which is great. So all he has left is his Scarf Chomp, and all he can do to hurt me is an Iron Head. Now I'm saving my Gengar just in case he kills my wall. If he kills my wall, I'm going to decide to go for a Destiny Bond or maybe a Sludge Bomb to get maybe I don't know what I was thinking. So Garchomp will have to go for the Iron Head, and I have a Greninja at good health. So if Spore goes off and I get a Spore with the effect Spore, and I put it to sleep without actually having to put it to sleep, so it's an Inception within the Inception, and it brings me at a very low amount of health, so I'm going to use him as Death Bottle later. He's locked into Iron Head, so I'm at a debate here. He can go to Iron, if he wakes up and gets the Iron Head, provided that I do not flinch, I can survive an Iron Head because I resisted, and the good thing is that I survived it, and I used the Ice Beam, and the audio just kind of blacked out there, so I get the Ice Beam off, I kill the Scarchomp, which is very great, and I actually win the match this way. It was a very close match. All I had left was those three, so it was practically 5-3, and I actually managed to turn the game around, which was very fun for me, and this shows how useful Amoonguss can be. So guys, it is a very great special wall, and physical. It's actually a very good wall tankly thing, so thanks for watching, and I will be posting